Hello, and welcome back to another development video. Today we're taking a look at ammo-based hosts. Since most characters I've made up until this point have used either SP or MP, I want to make more characters who utilize ammo. Before this, the only ammo character I had was the farmer, who threw eggs. If I swap over to the farmer right now, you can see that I've added little hens who lay eggs that you can now pick up. The hens also run slightly further than the player's current speed, so no matter how fast you move, the hen will always move slightly faster just for fun. I've also now made an animation for the farmer when throwing eggs, so they no longer just shoot out of his body. The first new ammo character I've made is the archer, who is currently the quickest character and also has the lowest health. This is to encourage using her special, which is archery. When you use her special, a little meter appears. If you're below the first line, the arrow does not fire at all. Anywhere between the two lines, you will fire a normal arrow with damage scaling in comparison to how long you've charged on the bar. And if you fire above the second line, a silver arrow shoots with maximum damage. If the meter fills all the way, then the arrow fails to fire. This character's design, like I've said, is to encourage attacking from a distance and retreating if enemies get too close, just as a real archer would act. This compares well to the other new character I've added, the infantry soldier. This ranged character has armor, moves slower, and has a powerful melee. Likewise, his ranged attack is instant rather than needing to be charged up, and it is stronger than the basic arrow, but weaker than the silver arrow. This character can balance well between ranged and close, depending on the circumstances. But how do you get their respective ammo? As I added more and more hosts, I realized it would get awfully confusing to figure out the regeneration of every character's special, which is more frustrating than fun. To fix this, I've edited what info is seen on the host menu. If I open up the menu and hover over the baker, for example, it says the basic attack and special, as it did before, and now there are also symbols next to each move. As it sits along the bottom right, if I hold the shift, a legend will appear, stating what the symbols mean, showing you what type of attack the host has. So the rolling pin is a light attack, and pizza toss is a ranged attack. Next it shows, rather than the bio, their class and number, so it's easier to find along the right-hand side when you unlock one. It says their temperament, which is how they will respond to an enemy if you are not currently playing as them. Lastly, it shows their SP regeneration. So for the example, the baker, their SP is regenerated through being near a kitchen or other heat sources. I also added a silver bar under ammo-based characters so that players know that the characters are ammo-based and not simply an SP or MP character whose special is deplenished. If I hover over the archer and the infantry soldier, their ammo is regenerated by purchasing them. I have added now a monetary system. If I click on the inventory tab, I have a few things shown here. I have a counter tracking how many essence points the player has. Since you traverse different worlds, a singular type of money wouldn't make sense. So instead, when you kill an enemy, you harvest their essence, or when completing a quest for someone, you harvest the essence of the joy that that person feels by completing their quest. This essence can be materialized into each world's respective currency. The inventory also has an unfinished biography book, which will give a more detailed picture of how each unlocked host plays, as well as those fun bios I had before. One thing I always do when I play games is I always go to the wiki to kind of read how to play that character and tips with that character, and I thought it'd be fun to have a sort of mini wiki inside the game. You're also able to see the ammo types and the quantity that you have of each ammo. If I hover over one of the ammos, it will say the quantity that you have, how many you've collected, the speed of the item, the damage it does, and also which host uses that type of ammo. So let's hop out of the menu and hop onto the portal here to enter into the forest to kill some enemies so that we can have some essence points. And we'll stand on the portal here and enter the forest, enter green fields. I've also added the Java beans that I displayed before into the forest as well, so they randomly generate. Here we have some new enemies that I added, a little goblin, and if we kill the goblins here, you can see that a little essence symbol appears with how much you've gained. Likewise, we have the stump here that will kill, and we'll get the essence from killing these guys. Alrighty, well now we should have some EP, essence points, to be able to go and buy some stuff. You can see I have 15 EP, and let's go and spend that. If I step onto the portal and let the menu pop up, one thing you might notice is that instead of Enter the Forest changing into Return the Hub World, it stays as Enter the Forest. I did that because I realized that as I add more regions to the forest, someone may want to enter one region of the forest when they're already inside the forest, and them having to leave the forest to come back into it seems redundant. So instead, I've kept Enter the Forest to always be there. And if you want to enter into the hub world, or also anywhere else in the overworld, you will go to the warp screen, which I have up above. I have here a very pre-alpha map here of the game. Each of those sections will represent the 4 worlds, and as you find portals, there'll be more that you can click on. In the middle here, we have a portal leading to the hub world. And if I click on that, I'm back into the hub world here. Now let's go back on here and press warp. And over here, I've added a little debug shop. If I click to enter into the debug shop, I go into a very empty overworld. Here we have a neutral NPC. Notice their skin color is a normal skin tone rather than the greenish hue that hosts have. If I try and right click to swap to them, I cannot because they're a true NPC. If I talk to her, she also has a name rather than the soulless hosts that just have titles. I have a few different options on what I can say. I can ask how she is. I can also ask what she has for sale. So if I click what you have for sale, I'm given a little shop here. I'll close the GUI here so I can zoom in. And I have a little shop that shows you how much money you currently have, as well as the cost for each of the respective items, and I can add them. And it works very simple, but that's the current system. So you can see I have 46 ammo now because I bought some. Right now, like I said, you can't do anything. She just kind of stands there and stares at you as you stab her and shoot at her. But eventually she will react to actions that the hosts do. Thank you for watching the current development video, and have a good day.